Why do we think what we think we know what we think we know, believe what we believe, like what we like, do what we do? Why do some people trust us or not, respect or treat us badly, listen to us or don't, reach out to us or leave us alone, like or hate us, praise or insult us, believe or doubt us? Not only that, why do other people follow us or try to stop us, give us chances or send them somewhere else? Help us succeed and listen to what we have to say, or throw it and us away. The answer comes from decades of cutting edge, but unheard of scientific study, because little known psychological secrets affect everything about us. To ignore them is to go against the flow. You can't change people's thoughts, make friends, or have an effect on them. You can't get the respect you deserve or someone's full attention. You undermine your professional image, slow your job, and destroy your confidence until communication makes you anxious. You didn't do anything wrong. I didn't either. I remember asking myself, why don't people ever agree with me? Why do I keep hearing I'm sorry, maybe later, which means never? Why have I stopped getting what I want? Everything changed, though, when I gave an answer to one question. What are the communication habits of highly effective people? It all comes down to one secret. People who are really good at what they do talk about how the human mind has evolved to understand knowledge. What happened? They can easily persuade and have an immediate effect, making dialogue a chance instead of a problem. They improve their jobs, get more done, and move up in their lives at an amazing rate. They have an effect on and inspire other people, which puts them in places of leadership. They get ahead quickly, do well, and change the world. They get help, feel good about themselves, and smash goal after goal. What are they? Presidents and CEOs, top performers and respected professionals, leaders, and people with a clear strategy for the future. And here's what I want to ask you. Will you be one of them? In How Highly Effective People Speak, you'll find 194 speech habits of successful people that have been proven by 57 scientific studies. How to get more done with less work by getting other people to help you. How to use body language to make people want to be around you instead of turning them off and making you seem unfriendly. How to use the availability bias to make people consistently, predictably, and systematically give more weight to your view. How to use the anchoring effect to charge more or pay less for the same product and win every deal. How to easily get other people to want something by using a little-known cognitive flaw that Warren Buffett's business partner, Charlie Munger, has called essential. How to use the contrast effect to lead with ease and consistently sway teams. How to easily speak in a way that people will remember by using 2,000-year-old secrets of strong words. How to easily do well in any interview, meeting, or performance by using agent detection bias. How to get rid of complaints quickly by using the little-known but very powerful zero-risk bias. With the false truth effect, you can get people to believe something even if they don't think it. How to use the halo effect to look powerful, trustworthy, and capable in 10 seconds. How to mix the science of psychology with the art of communication to get a big edge in life. Peter Andre's book, How Highly Effective People Speak, How High Performers Use Psychology to Influence with Ease, is a guide to effective communication and swaying people's opinions. The book has 6 chapters, and each one is about a different part of public speaking and having an effect. Chapter 1. The Power of Influence. This chapter talks about the power of impact and how important it is to communicate well if you want to be successful. Chapter 2. The Psychology of Influence. This chapter talks about the psychology of influence, including the concepts of social proof, authority, commitment, consistency, liking, and scarcity. It gives advice on how to use these principles to have a good effect on other people. Chapter 3. The Art of Persuasion. This chapter looks at the art of persuasion and gives tips on how to use persuasive language and methods to get other people to agree with you. Chapter 4. The Power of Storytelling. This chapter talks about the power of stories and gives you tips on how to use stories to connect and persuade your audience. Chapter 5. Nonverbal Communication. This chapter talks about how important body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions are for effective conversation and influence. Chapter 6. The Language of Influence. This chapter talks about how to use positive and negative words, the power of questions, and why it's important to listen actively. It gives advice on how to use words to affect people in a good way. In How Highly Effective People Speak, How High Performers Use Psychology to Influence with Ease, Peter Andre gives a complete guide to effective communication and influence. The book talks about a lot of different things, like the psychology of impact and the art of persuasion, as well as the power of stories and nonverbal communication. This book is a great resource for anyone who wants to improve their communication and influence skills, whether they are a business worker who wants to improve their communication skills or a leader who wants to inspire and influence their team. Thanks for watching our Amazon book review. If you found our review helpful and you're interested in checking it out for yourself, we've included a link to it in the description below. By clicking on that link, you'll not only get more details about it on Amazon, but also support our channel at no cost to you. So go ahead and click that link to grab your copy of the book and dive into an exciting reading journey. Happy reading, and thanks for your support.